Virgo the Virgins, how are you guys doing? I hope everyone's doing pretty good. Here's your reading for July 15th to the 31st. If you'd like to skip the intro and the shuffling, please see the comments section of this video for a timestamp available for you. And also, guys, just as a reminder, this is a general reading, so the messages here will either be coming from you or coming to you. You know, you could be giving them off, or people can be giving them to you within your environment. Just as a reminder, also, guys, if you would like to book a private reading, please see the description box for information upon how to obtain one. I have your guys' contemplator cards here with me. I'm going to go ahead and release them to you as we're shuffling for your guys' spreads, but I'm going to do it in a form of like a scenario. Okay, so let's bless the deck and we'll get started. Also, the contemplator cards the message, or the scenario may or may not resonate with the spread here for you guys for the actual reading. I'm just trying to get as many messages out as I can given the reading and its general nature. Okay? All right. Guardian angels of love and light, ancestors lost and known in the seas of time, please intercede into this reading to provide Virgo with the clarity and direction as to which he or she seeks. And please grant me, the reader, the objectivity to read the cards and relay every single message as they're meant to be. All right, Virgos, Virgoans. Okay. Father God, please release Virgo's first base card for July 15th to the 31st and some clarifiers as well. So, check this out. I didn't even see this. This happens every now and then. The Ace of Cups, guys. Just want to double check. Everything should be okay. It's usually, I look at that as a message, a really important one. Let's see. Just want to make sure that we're all clear here. Okay. So here's your first base card. The Ace of Cups. Okay. All right. So regarding your contemplator cards, Virgo, the first card that popped out was the Tower card. As a fellow Virgo, I was like, no, right? But the Tower card isn't necessarily a bad card. It's all dependent upon its surrounding cards. But just the card itself, it's a little bit ambiguous by nature in its, solitary form. And from this Tower card, I feel like this change that is or possibly or may come, Virgo, it's going to be a change. I feel like it's going to not be seen, or it's not going to be foreshadowed, but I feel like it's going to get you out of a situation. And I also feel like the situation is going to pertain to emotions and maybe mastering them or controlling them. Good old Devil card. Yay, right? Six of Swords. So, I feel, or I see, that it's going to, whatever this is or it may be, is kind of going to set the tone for positive change and for creativity and for laying the foundation down, like the first precipice or first step of success where everything else follows suit. That's what I'm trying to say, I feel. Okay, Two of Coins reversed. So I don't feel like it's necessarily a bad thing. I feel like things are going to be presented to you that maybe you choose to ignore sometimes or overlook just because, it's just one of those things, a very Virgo way of just being like, whatever, it's there, but okay, I'll deal with it later kind of thing. But I feel like maybe when this happens, or when these situations arise, or they pop up, or they surface, they may cause you to kind of throw you off balance, maybe a little bit, or kind of cause you to put yourself in a negative space. And maybe the things that you create, or the things that you work towards in terms of commencing things, it may be a little rough. Okay, Queen of Coins and the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, here's your first set. Let's work on the second. And I feel that if this isn't, if the creativity's off, you know, or the, what's the word I'm looking for? My God, I can't get it out right now. Approach, there we go. Or the approach is off, or the energy of the approach is off. I feel like it can go awry, you know. It can skew a little to the left. But I feel like we can avoid this though, Virgo. Okay, that's too many cards. If we have objectivity, and if we just observe as to what's going on, just have a little bit of patience. Mother God, can you please release Virgo's second base card and some clarifiers for pertaining to July 15th to the 31st, please? Oh, all these cards just popping out in piles. It's weird. I'm going to put it in the center. The other one I just put at the bottom of the deck. So, back to your contemplators. Because I feel, Virgo, like, you know, there may be things that are there, but we just kind of, things that are there that are good, and that we should be glad that are there versus them not being there, right? And I feel if this card wants to come out, I'm going to take it. Okay, Nine of Wands reverse. And I kind of feel, Virgo, like we need to look at that and also give back. Help people and assist people on their journey, you know, pertaining to maybe some situations that we or you, anyone, any of Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising, shoot, has been through, and how you conquered it, and how you were able to, you know, walk away from the situation accordingly, of course, a stronger and better person. And I also feel like when this happens, there's like a little spark or something's gonna come up, and you're gonna see something in yourself that maybe you necessarily didn't see or haven't seen in a while. And I feel like when this happens, good opportunities could possibly come from it. You know, you can maybe be at the right place at the right time. You can meet someone that can possibly change your life. You never know, Virgo. You never know. The Fool. God and the universe works in mysterious ways. Four of Coins reversed. Okay. This one to come out. Seven of Cups. And this switch, or this enlightenment phase, maybe I should say. Seven of Swords reversed. We have a decision. I feel, Virgo, is going to kind of present or show you the errors of your ways, or of a way that you have. It's going to be like that, oh wow, that's what I do? I didn't realize that I do that frequently, or I didn't realize that I do that at all, kind of moment is going to come up for you. And ending with your contemplator cards, I feel like, you know, this is going to switch things over, but don't start the beating yourself up in your head type of thing. Look at it as, you know, a challenge, a positive one of change that's leading to prosperity. Okay? Mother God, what is crowning Virgo for the situations at hand And for July 15th to the 31st. Wants to come out the Ace of Swords. Other God, is there anything else that you'd like to release pertaining to what's crowning them for the situations at hand for July 15th to the 31st? Three of Cups. Would you like to release anything else for Virgo? The 15th to 31st. Okay, these two cards flipped up, so I'm going to take those. So we have the Knight of Coins reversed and the High Priestess. Okay. All right. We're coming into the reading, Virgo, with the Four of Swords. Okay. All right, here's your second set and the crowning cards. Let's work on the first. Okay. Yeah, it was first. Sorry about that, guys. Got a little confused there. We're good, though. Okay. Okay, Virgo. So, first set coming in with Ace of Cups. Cool. Hey, can't argue with that one, right? The Ace of Cups doesn't necessarily have to be about love. You know, it can be, of course, just by nature. But it doesn't necessarily have to be as so. It could be offering your cup to any situation. It could be love, it could be work. I also look at it as understanding. Since it's Ace, it's one, so understanding you. Offering yourself self-love. Readjusting or adjusting self-love. But I feel here like it may have to do a little bit with a situation or a partnership or a relationship. Just to kind of get this out of the way, you could be dealing with a Capricorn specifically. You also could be maybe dealing with, I think that's about it. Maybe with a Virgo, Capricorn, or a Taurus. Okay. So, why is the Devil card here? And what's the need, the want to walk away from the situation? Is it because of maybe feeling unbalanced, or it's just throwing you off? It's not really complimenting you, or the situation or this person is putting a damper on your life, or is preventing you from moving forward, or maybe transforming. Maybe being under the impression that this person or situation that's somewhat troublesome, this addiction, this whatever the case may be, the Devil card can be anything that, like I usually say, that you're bound to or that controls you. Even if it slightly controls you, it's something that has power over you and your decisions. Is it preventing a positive environment? Is it preventing a happy household? Or you just being happy materialistically? You being happy financially? You being happy, with your foundations in life? Do they have a negative influence on it? Because I see in your crowning cards here that, you do want to start over with communication. You want to understand how you're communicating maybe your emotions, either with yourself or or how this devil card ties into it, or the, effects that it has on it. So, because also I see that you do just want joy and happiness. You're not trying to cause any friction or any intentional friction, Just have a clear understanding here. But I feel, Virgo, like you're on a quest for that type of environment. But I feel like in your mindset, you don't think that you haven't achieved it fully yet. And I kind of hate to break it to you, but you're never going to fully achieve it. It isn't probable, nor is it very practical. Because as we progress in life, our needs and our wants and our areas of importance, that's even a word, or our areas of, attention and concern, they're always changing as we change, just as people. As we age, as we become more mature, as we become more spiritual, as we become more loving, whatever the case may be, or whatever the case is pertaining to it, the transformation, it's always going to change, so you'll never be fully satisfied. And it's also a perception, right? So I feel like you're perceiving that you don't have this yet. You solely without the addition or without the supplementation of the devil card. And I feel like it's a struggle, Virgo, like you're telling yourself that you don't, but I believe that deep down inside, you know that you're just maybe fooling yourself into thinking that, or you're convincing yourself of that, because maybe I'm picking up that maybe you think that if you constantly think that you're below the threshold or below the belt, that maybe it'll cause you to work harder. But when you do that, Virgo, like I always usually say in your readings, you don't acknowledge the emotion behind it. You don't acknowledge where is it coming from? Why are you feeling as so? Because you can also cheer yourself on while you're going through a transformation or trying to reach a goal, which is actually probably a better way of going about it. Suppressing yourself or putting yourself down with the hopes of making yourself or working or trying to work harder as it being like an influence, it may work for a while, but those emotions are still going to be there because you never really dealt with them. Is this why the Ace of Cups is here? A new beginning in terms of understanding it, I think. And also, like I was saying, talking to yourself, the communication of it as well. The feeling leads to the communication, and the communication comes from the feeling. They're kind of both intertwined together. They're both predicated upon each other. It's like light and dark. You need a comparison in a sense. It's what it is here, and I feel like this is a decision. Just like the Seven of Cups and the Seven of Swords and the other spread that we have here. It's a decision to be made. But are you going to put the work in? And are you going to finally walk away from this thing, this person, this substance, this issue, this headache, this problem, circumstance, situation? Are you going to walk away from it? Or are you going to continue to stick around thinking that you can work it in there somehow, but yet it's throwing you off balance? So in the end, you're actually causing the imbalance because you already have a mindset that it's not going to work. And with the addition or the supplementation of the devil card, it's really not going to work. Not just by a figment of your imagination or from surmising or from thinking, from your own point of view, but it won't work towards the environment. So now it's not going to work within the environment, and it's not working when you have that mindset of it not working. But there may be a shift, a change. Because you're going deep. You're trying to understand some things. You are. I can see it. You are really trying to do it. And it's okay. That's what it takes. First step to change is awareness, Virgo. You out of almost all the signs know that. But you have to take your own advice, These are new beginnings. Like I said, new beginnings of communication and new beginnings of emotion. And when you start at the beginning like that, you build up so you understand what lies at the bottom. Or even if you were at the top and now you're coming down to the bottom trying to go back up, just because you're at the bottom of the ladder doesn't mean that you can't look up and see where the top resides. Because you can. And that'll fuel you to reaching those areas as to which you would like to obtain. But in a more positive manner. Not by beating yourself up about it. Saying you don't have enough, so work harder to obtain it. Don't do that. Okay. See the other spread we have here. Righty. Sorry, I'm got a little dry right now in my throat. Okay. So, laying the wands down, huh? Yeah. Virgo, I feel like you needed to lay them down, and this was or is a necessary step for the Ace of Cups and for the Ace of Swords. This is also maybe not believing that you're almost there, not having maybe that self-confidence to push forward. But sometimes that needs to happen, because when we can find or we push the threshold of something just a little bit, just enough to, shake it up, we see the areas that are weak and we see the areas that need improvement. And that's when the Ace of Cups and Ace of Swords comes in, And I feel as though, or I'm seeing here, that it just requires a leap of faith. It requires you just to try. Try something different. Because if it's not working right now, you either would try something different and it won't continue to work, or it may just work. So you have better chances of just doing it, trying it responsibly and accordingly, of course. Maybe trying to give more to other people or to yourself. Trying to bring that other side of you out. I want to say this side, because you got the intellect down. Sometimes, the communication as well. Mercury ruled Virgo, and it's also, Mercury is exalted when it's in Virgo as well. Now, I'm not saying every Virgo is like that, but, we got that part kind of down packed a little bit. This is the part that we tend to kind of lack on, but it's more with ourselves. Because like I always say, we give great advice, but do we damn take it? And I feel like we block a lot of this. But I feel, Virgo, like I always usually say in your readings, we don't do it intentionally. It's almost like because, Virgo is so concentrated on how's the best way of doing something in terms of efficiency. Sometimes when moments come up when we need to look at our emotions, we need to look at how they're manifesting certain situations in our lives. We sometimes look at it as an inconvenience or something that can wait. But how much waiting are you going to do? How much waiting is it going to require until it is at the top of your checklist? It kind of coincides with the Seven of Cups here, the illusion of success. Waiting to make a decision of which cup, which cup do you want? Sorry about that, guys. Which cup do you want to take? Which cup do you want to choose? Which one do you want to choose? I'm not saying choose the first one, but I'm saying which one do you want? But you can't be so confident about which one you want in terms of choosing the right one if you don't understand the basis of it. If you don't understand the beginning stages of what it is that you require and what it is that you want. I mean, just because the fish are there doesn't mean that's necessarily Pisces, but swimming around the cup, offering it up. But I can see or tell you, this man right here, I don't know. I think he's going to kind of give you what you want. Because look, there's control over that man. And look, there's even, oh my God, I just lost the word right now. Timer. And when is time up? Until that's going to kind of maybe destroy you, or it's going to cause some significant damage to your situation, regardless if it's this or if it's anything else. Sorry guys, this camera got a little blurry here. Here we go. So now we must decide, Virgo, what stays and what goes, and what's the best option for us to choose based upon what's going on in our environment and based upon what's going on in the communication realm. What are we allowing into our lives, and what are we allowing into our place of serenity? What are we allowing to infiltrate? Seven of Swords in reverse, to me, when I see it, it's about catching someone, whether it be yourself or another person. Maybe catching yourself in terms of how you're communicating with yourself or to other people. So Ace of Swords here, Seven of Swords reverse, Seven of Cups here, Ace of Cups. We need to choose the right thing, but we need to understand, where is it coming from? How is it being applied? What's the source? Well, this is the source, yes, but how is the source transpiring or manifesting from the situation or the environment? That's, I feel like, the decision that needs to be made. Because the Ace of Swords here is in your thoughts already. You've been thinking about this. But this was just a base card. I'm not saying that this is not in your thoughts all the time, but we still need to work on this part of it. But like I said, it requires a leap of faith, Virgo. You're going to have to just take it. There's no other way around it. And also coming back to the Seven of Cups, I mean, vacillating upon making a decision, choosing to maybe ignore it, ignoring this issue, is just as detrimental and just as debilitating as making the wrong decision, because it just involves it involves stagnation. Because if you make the wrong decision, you're stagnant in terms of growth or in terms of, moving forward or moving in a positive trajectory. But if you don't make a decision and you let it linger, issues will arise, as new issues will arise if you make the wrong decision. But it's still stagnation. When you make the correct decision, one, you'll feel better, and two, you're moving forward. And Virgo's all about moving forward and seeing the issue, tackling it the best way that we can, solving the problem, and then moving forward. But we need to first see what the problem is and where it lies and where it comes from. But first, it's going to involve some walking away from something. The Six of Swords involves walking away, just like the Eight of Cups. But the Six of Swords is still taking stuff with you. The Eight of Cups is just leaving it all. Needing to walk away, as I say. Six of Cups is more wanting to walk away. I'm not saying that there's no need for it in the Six of Swords here, but it's just more of a decision being made. The Eight of Cups is more having to, like, you don't have a choice. You saw all the crap that went on and it just isn't working anymore. This is where things may still be kind of working, but you still want to walk away from it. You get what I'm saying here. But it also includes taking a leap of faith that when you do walk away, you may find balance. Because if you stick to the situation and you let it linger and you vacillate upon making the decision, you're still not balanced. You're still stagnation is being created or being maintained. And all for what? When this brings you to the stagnation and prevents you from making decisions. But the only way you're going to get rid of the Devil card, like I keep saying, right here. This is very important, yes. But this is just a little bit more important, more prevalent in terms of succeeding at this. Give to yourself, Virgo. Okay, these are both in reverse here. But yet the Queen of Coins is upright. You need to give to yourself in terms of how you perceive things. Because it really is all about a perception. I mean, not every single time, because no one wants to, live in a cardboard box under the freeway and be like, well, I'm happy. No, of course not, But you know what I'm saying, like, if you do have enough just to get by, you're still living, you're okay. Perception. And it all kind of just begins with trusting yourself, trusting the situation, trusting that things are going to be okay. Like the Fool card, having confidence in it and just saying, we're going to go on a limb, we're going to walk away from this Devil card, and we're going to understand where the communication comes from, why is it not working right now. We're going to go into the moment of contemplation so we can understand that, and we can also understand the Ace of Cups. Where does the emotion lie now? Why am I left feeling like Two of Coins reversed, unbalanced? Not having the confidence that you can handle the things that get thrown at you. When you do want to have that confidence in yourself and have that enlightenment. Her forehead. Look at that. enlightenment. Just want peace, and we just want to just turn up and just have a good time and enjoy the company of other people. But first, Virgo, you're going to have to enjoy the company of yourself, or else you won't exude or emanate that type of energy where you are confident. And I'm not saying that you're not at all, but I'm just saying in certain areas that you're not confident or that you're not happy with yourself, because even though we may try our hardest or try very hard to not let that type of energy off, we still do. And it happens at the most random times and things pop out. And we're so wrapped up as to what's going on that we're not aware that we're actually behaving as so. And other people see it. Especially when not being confident. It was one of your base cards. Because not being confident leads to this type of situation. But you're trying. Do a little bit more of this. You'll be okay. Okay, let's get some advice cards. We'll pull a Jesus card and see where it goes from there. Pull from the bottom, why not? 10 of coins. Cool. Because you're only going to get the 10 of coins where you have emotional, well, yeah, it comes with it, but you have, fulfillment in terms of stability, being fulfilled in that area. And how do we achieve that? By not fighting, by not getting involved in those situations, but also not fighting with ourselves, right? Again, the Lover's card, it can be a situation, it can be a person. The Devil card can be this involved in this type of situation. But the Lover's card can also just mean making a decision. And I also look at the Lover's card as combining two aspects of yourself into one and them being in harmony. Maybe the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Swords. Combining your masculine and feminine side together. So you achieve that perfect harmony. Maybe the feminine and the masculine side? Yes, yes, yes. Because that's the transformation. You could be dealing with the Scorpio as well, or a Gemini. Perception. Also work, though, don't get me wrong. Combining those aspects of yourself, to achieve one. The union of two souls, in a sense. Because the transformation this will only happen, and the transformation will come from it, or it'll cause the transformation when you seek out how you can emotionally satisfy or fulfill yourself. And you only get the 10 of coins, 10 of coins when this happens. I feel like this is the only thing that's left. Making that decision. But like I said, you can't make the correct one if you don't understand the basis of it. Virgo. Got a little interesting there. Okay, let's pull a Jesus card. Or cards, depending upon what he wants to give us. Father God, from your love and your word, what advice do you have for Virgo pertaining to the situations at hand, Lord? What advice do you have, Father, for Virgo? What is it you need to tell Virgo? Would you like to let Virgo know pertaining to the situations in his life? Oh, he's picking that card for you. What advice can you give him? Oh, he's making you work for it. Making you work for it. Okay. Pretty simple. Have faith in God. So happens to be Mark. And this is a Virgo reading. Isn't that funny? 11:22. Okay, bottom of the deck. I just felt like I needed to flip it over. Forgiven, you shall be forgiven. Luke 6:37. Forgive, Virgo, other people, but forgive yourself. And place God in the middle of it, at the fore of it. When I say the fore, at the beginning, at the front of it. No? Just takes a little faith. And isn't that what he asked you? Have faith in God, in your higher power, in spirit, in the universe, whatever it is that you confide in. This has to do with forgiveness. Has to do with forgiveness. Somewhat forgiveness. And this has a lot to do with forgiveness, because you won't obtain this without forgiving people and seeing the better sides of them or the better things that they bring. And so does this. This is forgiveness as well, too. I mean, this is wisdom obtained through time. Okay, look. Guess we can use that one too. Shoot. We can do this one too. Look at this. All of these cards have to do with forgiven, you shall be forgiven, right? These are all some of the attributes for it. Right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. The Lovers, the High Priestess, 3 of Cups, 4 of Swords, 10 of Coins, Transformation, the Death card. The Death card, I'm sorry. I said Death, I'm not sure why I said that, but the Death card. But Virgo, look. This just requires one. When you have faith in God, just one. The Fool card. That's it. But this brings this. So it's very important. Okay? All right, Virgo, check out Mark chapter 11 and also Luke chapter 6. And I definitely can guarantee there'll be something in there that's going to help you. It's going to resonate with you. Okay, Virgo, we'll see you in August or any other random reading or any kind of random video reading, whatever the case may be that I put out. All right, Virgo, be good. So, just a little bit of faith. That's all it's going to take. Just take that leap of faith. Okay? We'll see ya.